can stop me, let no one can stop me. I promise you no one can stop me. I let it fly with a hand in my face when it going, I don't even watch it. You try to play up, that's when it's a layup.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here, joined by the great Shaquille O'Neal and the equally great Kenny the Jet Smith. And our coverage tonight will be coming to you from Milwaukee, where the Bucks will be going up against the Orlando Magic. Well, for Orlando, a pretty equal matchup tonight. They're hoping to grab a road win, a yardstick game as they try to reach that next level. And tonight we have two up-and-coming teams. Lots of talent, but also a lot of inexperience. Shaq, the youngsters looking forward to this battle. How do they keep their emotions in check?
Well, emotions can be positive, Ernie, if you play under control. Because if you get out of control and start doing crazy stuff, it just goes crazy. But both coaches will work hard to keep their players focused.
You got to stop that.
Yeah, man. Well, it's fun to watch the future of the league. And I want to see which guy separates himself and says, I'm going to be a dominant player in this league. A dominant player. That's why I love this.
If you do that again, I'm going to have to put my fist down.
Does nothing, Ernie.
Whoa.
Does nothing.
Here's Kevin Harlan.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Welcome to BMO Harris Bradley Center. We are in Milwaukee, the home of the Milwaukee Bucks. And we're bringing it to you live here on 2K Sports. We're happy to have you with us for 2K Sports midweek presentation of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the sidelines. Taking a look at Orlando, they know this is the type of game they need to win if they're going to take the next step, facing a closely ranked team. No clear underdogs based on the tail of the tape.
And seeing where the Magic are, there's been such a different feel to them this season. The confidence that was completely absent from last year's squad is back, and they pulled themselves here into contention.
Well, for a team that didn't sniff the postseason last year, you have to wonder how they're going to handle the pressure of being in the playoffs this year. Not to mention the postseason itself, if and when they get there.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo came to the NBA as an unheralded 19-year-old from Greece, but he's been a quick study at the NBA level. One reason? He actually takes notes. He said, we all make mistakes and your mind can't remember them all. I write what I did wrong and what worked. I'm going to keep it going. Someday, I'll have a collection. With that dedication, Kevin, the sky is the limit for the Greek freak.
Boy, that's fascinating stuff, D.A. Thank you so much. What better way to learn from your mistakes? Hey, this is an interesting point in the season, Brent. You're in the middle of an 82-game schedule. Easy to lose focus. So that being said, how do coaches keep their guys mentally sharp, mentally prepared for each and every night?
Oh, I'm sorry, Kevin. Were you asking me something?
I was, Brent, and I'm not going to ask it again.
Oh,
so hopefully you heard some.
I'm kidding. That's one of the things, Kevin, I would say. Be creative with your practice scheduling. Maybe a couple more days off. You know, do something that's outside the norm so guys don't feel like it's the broken record portion of the season. I think some of the best coaches in our league keep it creative and light at this point in the year.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court for Orlando, the big men are Gordon and Vucevic. Payton and Fournier are the 1 and the 2, and it's Isaac in at the 3. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Fournier against Middleton. Here's Isaac. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Mavericks in Dallas.
I also thought he did a tremendous job in terms of timing in that game, swatting away some shots. Ended up with 3 blocks in that game.
They get a hand on it. And now Isaac running the floor all by himself.
And Isaac is, really breathtaking in transition. A long-legged forward who just devastates the defense with his speed.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Vucevic.
I wonder if Antetokounmpo is Greek for lightning, because that's what he did there on the penetration.
And one thing you notice with Giannis is just how much better this team is with him on the floor. What he brings on offense and defense is as huge as any player in our league.
2 shots. Last on the first.
That's good from Antetokounmpo. And great with Giannis, the team is so much more dangerous with him on the floor offensively, and the numbers back it up.
Yeah, Giannis, one of the few difference makers who can impact the game on both ends. Causes a ton of turnovers with his D, but also can facilitate or carry a team with his offense.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
There are a lot of guys that have versatility in our league, but I think Antetokounmpo is probably the most unique.
Payton kicks to Vucevic. Gordon with the screen for Vucevic. Three-pointer. The offensive rebound. Payton outside. Pass to Vucevic. Second shot opportunity. And Maker sends it back. A shot by Middleton. Wide open. Good on the triple.
See how skilled Middleton is. Ready to pull the trigger. And the defense is going to have to do better.
Fournier. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist.
And his versatility on offense is so spectacular. He always finds ways to help put points up on the board.
Passes it to Middleton. The feed to Maker. Middleton the pass to Maker. 6 to shoot. Payton against Bledsoe. Another shot. And it's finished off inside by Maker. Maker's got his first bucket of the night.
And this is what happens when you fail to block out.
Defensive rebounding just as important as causing the miss in the first place.
Isaac misses.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Bledsoe left side. Here's the screen. And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
Well, the muscle of Antetokounmpo is impressive. He's just destroying the defense right now. Another remarkable thing to me about Giannis is the way that he's improved so quickly and solidified the fundamental part of the game. Giannis didn't grow up playing basketball. We've heard that story before, but jumping from the Greek second division to the NBA, what a gigantic difference of competition, and he's risen to the level.
And with Giannis's background is really something incredible. Very modest beginnings. But Brett, he's put in a lot of work to make sure he's a basketball success.
There are some players, Kevin, who just understand what it takes to be in the NBA, and Giannis is one of them. But what he's done, Kevin, is he's realized his potential. He sees what's out there, and he wants to maximize it all. And every year he's taking a leap, and those leaps seem to be bounds.
Screen by Parker. Bledsoe dishes to Middleton. And again, the Bucks miss. For Orlando, they won their last contest, that game against Dallas.
Playing on the road, always a challenge, but it becomes a heck of a lot easier when you can shoot the three ball the way they did.
I just like their confidence. Even when they did miss, it felt like that's the shot they were designing to get, so it never seemed to faze them.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. Now, here's Parker. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
Parker getting better and better at running these. He keeps the D guessing. It's a huge advantage for the offensive player.
Here's Payton. Vucevic setting the pick for Payton. And it's Vucevic. That time on the assist by Payton. Payton's got his third assist on the night. Bledsoe against Simmons. Maker kicks to Bledsoe. On to Tacumbo. Got it. Good job in the low post. On to Tacumbo's got 6.
Yeah, tough to deal with Giannis in there. If he extends with the basketball, nobody's touching that.
Outside, Simmons. Magic moving the ball around. Fournier passes to Vucevic. It's stolen by to Tacumbo. And it's blocked by Gordon. They get it back. And the shot goes down. Maker's got his second bucket of the game to go. And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. And Aaron Gordon, the athletic Aaron Gordon, playing much of last season at the small forward position during Serge Ibaka's short-lived stint in Orlando.
Yeah, and while he was excited to stretch his skill set, pretty clear it was a bad fit, especially in today's NBA. Gordon is a power forward, period. The Magic invested the 4th pick on him in that 14 draft, and they have to give him minutes at his natural position as his game continues to evolve.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Mirza Teletovic is checked in for Thon Maker. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist comes in for Jabari Parker. Tony Snell's checked in for Antetokounmpo, and it's DeAndre Liggins in for Chris Middleton. Orlando also making some changes. Spates checked in for Gordon. Hezonja comes in for Fournier. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Elfrid Payton. Pushing it up. Vucevic with the block. Outside, Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Bledsoe kicks to Liggins. Back to Bledsoe. Teletovic with a screen on Augustine. Here's Bledsoe. But he recovers it over Augustine. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
I mean, that's your point guard, Eric Bledsoe, tenacious as a guard on the offensive glass.
Here's Vucevic, and Vucevic throws it down.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Now Bledsoe, 14 points from him the last game against Indiana. Over Augustine, and the shot falls short this time. And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Bucks lead by 3. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And for the Bucks guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
Well, their efforts have been rewarded here after one. Winning the battle over second chance points has them ahead on the scoreboard.
The Magic trail by 3. We've got Mirza Teletovic. Bledsoe is out there with DeAndre Liggins. Then there's Tony Snell, and it's Kid Gilchrist in at the 4. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with. Here's Liggins. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
You look up and down this Bucks roster, and you have to do that. Up and down and over and side to side. Just so much length with this team. Giannis is certainly the biggest name with the biggest wingspan, but guys like Thon Maker and Tony Snell defensively, they've got great reach as well.
And Brent, it seems like the Bucks are always adding length to their team.
Well, when most teams have gone smaller with their lineups, Milwaukee, very curiously, has collected a lot of longer players that they think can go out and do a multitude of things to make their roster a little bit more futuristic.
2 shots.
That's good from Hazanya. Brent, the last team you played for, the Houston Rockets. Your dad, your older brother John, also played for the Rockets. What's this connection between the city of Houston and the Barry family?
I've asked them that same question in Houston, and I even talked to Daryl Morey about putting a Barry graveyard across the street where it is that all 3 of us, our career had ended. I'd love to see a tombstone over there with Rick, John, and Brent.
Well,
maybe we'll add a few more to it, Kevin.
Well, the way you played there, the way you played your career, and your family played, obviously you've set a standard in the league. But that was an interesting stop that you all were there at one time.
I think it's crazy that we all ended in Houston.
Yeah,
it's weird.
It is.
3 careers ending with one organization.
Isn't that something?
Weird.
Spates sets a screen, and Augustine kicks to Spates. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
High arcing shot, and he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
One of the first attributes you hear about Eric Bledsoe is his strength, shown there. Just watch Eric Bledsoe out there and just the athleticism that he can play with at that position. Seems like he's still getting stronger and faster every year. He's got tremendous burst and tremendous power. Tough for opposing point guards to match that kind of physicality.
That free throw good from Bledsoe. And for Bledsoe, it is said that he greatly improved his diet since establishing himself in the league.
Well, I like the fact that Eric Bledsoe has taken this a lot more seriously. Of course, he's a very physical player, plays the point guard position, and with that kind of taxing work on your body, best thing you could do is make sure you fuel it up for that kind of action.
So it's the Bucks now. The Magic getting the bucket. Rebounded by Isaac.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Augustine passes to Hazanya. There's a screen. Outside for Simmons. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish.
Here's Hazanya. Clock at 6. For the 3. Simmons missing again. Bucks leading by 3. Here's Snell. Here's Liggins. Misses from close range.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Spates. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Well, with a strong mix of perimeter and interior defense, these leading shot blockers among small forwards this past month have had a very good run at their own end of the court. You look at Isaac, second in the NBA, a great defender. And, of course, Giannis Antetokounmpo doing just as much.
Just superb in terms of their athletic defending ability. I mean, all of them. They never give up on a play and do everything they can to challenge each and every shot.
Well, if you don't have great shot blocking ability, you can make up with it with physical play and great timing. They can climb the ladder when they need to defend shots like that.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Akers checked in for Mirza Teletovic. Parker comes in for Kid Gilchrist. And Antetokounmpo's checked in for Tony Snell. And Middleton subbed in for DeAndre Liggins. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Orlando. Evan Fournier comes in for Jonathan Simmons. And both free throws good for Spates.
Such a big bonus to have a big guy that can step up to the free throw line and knock down shots. So many guys struggle from there.
Screen by Parker. And Middleton kicks to Antetokounmpo. To the paint. Here's Parker. Rebound by the Magic. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
Yeah, and these teams pretty familiar with one another. They'll face off 4 times this year.
We'll get a great idea tonight of exactly how they match up in terms of strengths versus weaknesses. When it comes down to a 4-game season series, this first one is always a good indicator of what's to come.
No good from Spates.
And getting a hand in the shooter's face, locking down that in-between area.
Just taking on the challenge on every possession. I love defenders who give nothing away. Yeah, looking up at the scoreboard, guys, that's his 3rd foul, and his coach has to consider now sitting him down.
Payton, he's checked in for the Magic. Middleton against Fournier. And Middleton kicks to Bledsoe. Maker with a screen for Bledsoe. Pass to Maker. Just 5 to shoot. And a miss there on the triple. The Magic have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Fournier dishes to Gordon. And Fournier kicks to Gordon. Payton outside. Fires for 3. Another miss by Orlando.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
They need this one. Here's Parker. He can't hit that time. So Orlando will take it the other way. Middleton against Fournier. Here's Isaac. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. The dish to Maker. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. And that's now 6 points for Thon Maker. Payton against Bledsoe. Does not find the basket. His 3rd miss. He's made just 1 so far. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That is his 1st foul of the game.
And if you really want to make things hard on yourselves, this is exactly how you do it. Turnovers on back-to-back trips down the floor.
The Magic making a switch here. Vucevic is checked in. Payton outside. And it's Vucevic missing. They're the Milwaukee Bucks. They won their last contest, that game against Indiana.
Executed on the road, stayed focused, stayed consistent with who you are as a team.
Such a confidence builder to go on the road and be able to dictate the tempo, the style of play, keep your identity. They were able to do that here.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It is strange to think that some of the players that Jason Kidd coaches on this team might have been too young to see how good he was when he played.
Well, Giannis is a prime example. Last season, Giannis was benched by Kidd, and then he looked up Kidd's credentials, and he said, wow, Rookie of the Year, never lost in the Olympics, won the finals, and is an NBA champion. That's right, Giannis. Sometimes looking things up in the internet can be beneficial.
Free throw drops for Vucevic.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Good on both. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
a look at Eric Bledsoe. How his last 10 games have gone. 3rd in scoring, 7th in field goal percentage, and his sweet shooting stroke places him in the top 15 league-wide in three-point percentage. You've got to play him tight.
And the only way you average top 3 in points if you have that scorer's mentality. He knows he's the go-to guy, and everyone else knows it as well. Here's Maker, fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
One shot. One shot.
On the free throw, no good. The Magic trail by 5. Vucevic to the pass to Payton. Outside Gordon. Magic moving the ball around. Back to Payton. Kicks it out to Gordon. Unable to get that one. Good D by Parker. Here's the break. The shot and game clock separated by 4.
You got to be careful around Isaac. His length is a problem for the opposition. He stifles shooters with that reach.
Now here's Payton, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Gordon a screen. Here's Isaac. And play stops as it looks like they call it over the back here.
And you can live with those over-the-back calls sometimes because at least it's an effort play.
You're trying to extend the possession, so you appreciate the effort. Better just to head down the court sometimes and not give up a team foul in that situation.
And that one falls for Middleton.
Chris Middleton has worked his way back and come a long way. The former second-round pick becoming a consistent starter in the league.
Middleton hits them both.
Well, they depend on him to score, and that doesn't mean just from the field. Sometimes it comes from the charity stripe.
And so it's Milwaukee heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Chris Middleton. Chris, a big effort from you guys in the first half. How do you keep that momentum going?
Come out with energy, just try to keep pushing the ball and get stops.
We know that's Coach's emphasis, Chris. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. Time for the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. They saw their lead grow to a high water mark of 5 in the period. Well, for the Bucks, Shaq, let's get your take on Milwaukee.
What stood out to me more than anything else was how hard they got after it on the offensive glass. They were keeping possessions alive and converting those rebounds into points. Take away those extra points, they're not in this position, Ernie.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about Orlando?
I was unimpressed, Ernie. Very unimpressed with their offense. Guys seem to be going through the motions, not cutting, not hustling. They failed to get back into a great offensive rhythm. They'll need to step it up big in the second half to cut into this lead.
And that will wrap up our halftime report, as it's just about time for the start of the second half.
Welcome back to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the buildings of downtown reflecting off the gentle waters of beautiful Lake Michigan. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. A fantastic game from Thon Maker in this one.
Yeah, good things happen when you maintain composure. Their shot selection has been extremely disciplined.
Hey, Greg, is there a shot that he's taken that has been out of the flow of the offense? I don't think so.
Brent, when you think back to some of your favorite teammates in your 14-year career, what characteristics do those guys tend to have?
I think about two things, Kevin. The first is competitive drive. You always are drawn to guys who on a daily basis just want not only their team to be their best, but they want to be their best. That's an attractive quality. And secondly, probably the idea about where basketball sits in terms of the priority in your life. I always appreciated guys who could go do their work, separate from their work, and enjoy the time in the moment that they had with teammates, with family, with friends. That kind of balance, to me, is an attractive quality.
Checking out the group for Frank Vogel to start the second half. Payton and Fournier are the 1 and the 2. The big men are Gordon and Vucevic, and it's Isaac in at the 3 slot. Now here's Payton, picked by Vucevic. Pass to Isaac. It's Fournier on the wing. Shot clock at 6. The wide open look here for Vucevic. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
Tough to fault him for the struggles of the team so far. He has been solid. It's the rest of the guys that need to come along for the ride.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Payton following the basket by Thon Maker. Yep, it counts. Vucevic has got 4 points this quarter.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Bledsoe dishes to Parker. Back to Bledsoe. He kicks to Maker. Screened by Parker. For 3, Middleton drills it from outside. Middleton's got 10.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
Yeah, he needs to tell his guys to just box out with some energy. That's basic basketball. They've been lazy on the backboard and have allowed way too many second chance points.
And just who is providing all the playmaking here tonight? Let's look at the breakdown between the front and back court for the Magic.
This backcourt is really shouldering the load in terms of the ball movement and great assists. When you look at the overall contributions compared to the bigs, nice work on distributing the ball.
The Magic trail by 10. Payton with the ball. Pass to Isaac. Back to Payton. Orlando moving the ball around. Vucevic down low. 6 on the shot clock. The Magic need to get a shot off here. He dishes it to Gordon. It's stolen bound to Kumbo. And here comes the break. Here's Parker. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Well, great start. Check that box. They've made their first 4 shots, guys, and the offense looking very fluid right now.
Here's the 3. Isaac misses.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Well, after the knee injury that Parker suffered as a rookie, you just really hoped all that explosiveness would come back. It did in a big way. Unfortunately, had another tear of the ACL, which started the process over again. But given his track record, I think he'll be back to form.
Here's Gordon following the bucket by the Bucks. That's in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Isaac.
And you just can't let Isaac get that much room
to shoot it from deep. He's a very consistent three-point shooter with a fluid shooting form.
And with Parker, that ability to cover so much distance so quickly is what makes him a tough assignment as a defender. Brent, you hope the explosiveness can return after his latest setback.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He worked very hard to get it back just last season, and I expect him to do the same. And he just kept getting stronger as the season went on. That combination of Parker and Giannis on the wing started making people look at the Bucks in a little bit different light. And when Jabari's at full strength, boy, can he be explosive.
Now here's Antetokounmpo, not a lot of room, and it's Hezonja with the foul. That's his first foul, and the Bucks making a change here. Snell's checked in. Antetokounmpo kicks to Kid Gilchrist. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. It's hauled in by the Magic. Vucevic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Spates the pass to Augustine. Outside, Simmons. And Vucevic kicks to Augustine. Picked by Vucevic. Shot clock at 6. And Hezonja gets it to go.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. 10 points for him. Guys, their comeback bid had better get started.
I don't know, guys. It's going to take a pretty big run to get back in this one.
It's deflected. And now here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. And the layup falls. Antetokounmpo's got 12 in the game.
Well, the D has no answers right now for Antetokounmpo. They're out there trying to spell his last name instead of trying to defend the guy.
And the pass to Augustine. Spates kicks to Hezonja. Picked by Vucevic. Dishes it to Augustine. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Liggins. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. 1:09 left to play in the third. Teletovic with a screen on Augustine. Snell, no good. The Magic trail by 12. Kicks it to Vucevic. Pass to Hezonja. Vucevic is screen on Antetokounmpo. Here's Hezonja. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. A chance now to check out the NBA's most efficient scorers. 5th is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And just so reliable offensively. It's one thing to find good looks, but you've got to finish when you get them, and he does at a fantastic rate.
The Bucks making a switch here. Middleton's checked in. Now here's Middleton. He's got 10. Here's Antetokounmpo. Rebound by the Magic. Vucevic has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Augustine dishes to Vucevic. Augustine passes to Simmons. Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks' lead is cut down now to just 9 on the basket from Vucevic. And here is Antetokounmpo. He's got 12. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, hard to get upset at the defense there. Antetokounmpo is no easy matchup down low in the paint.
And he can't hit the second. 1 second left, and oh, he hits the buzzer beater!
And they make sure to get the last shot of the quarter there. Nicely done.
Yeah, good awareness there to beat the clock. Now they have a break in the action to discuss some other things.
And we've reached the end of the third. Bucks ahead, up by 8. And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th quarter underway. A chance now to hear Jason Kidd talking to his team moments ago.
Understand something. Keep talking on the beat.
Welcome back. 4th quarter action starting up. 2K Sports, happy to have you with us. Here's Snell. On the perimeter, it's Middleton and Giannis. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist out there with Mirza Teletovic. And it's Snell in at the point. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. The Magic trail by 8. Outside Gordon. Knocked loose. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. A different look for Milwaukee. Parker's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for Tony Snell. And a switcher also for Orlando. Fournier is checked in. Now here is Augustine. He feeds it to Vucevic. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. Augustine's got his 4th assist in this one. Augustine against Bledsoe. Parker, a screen on Augustine. Here's Bledsoe, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. DJ Augustine picks one up.
And when I watch Eric Bledsoe, I really feel like he's at his best when he's kind of prodding a defense. So hard to keep away from the rim. When he attacks, it just opens everything else up in his offensive game.
Thon Maker's checked in for Mirza Teletovic. The Magic also changing it up. Isaac's.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. And that was Under Armour bringing you that replay. Unleash chaos. And what a play it was.
Now working in the mid-range, Middleton finding some ways to play in between.
Pass to Isaac. Vucevic up top. Gordon a screen. Here's Payton. No good on the 3.
That's where I like the shot selection. The defense cannot afford to give up wide open shots. They dodged the bullet there.
Screened by Parker. Ball's knocked loose. It's taken away by Payton. Here's Vucevic. And Maker sends it back. Parker against Gordon. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Isaac. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Yeah, and Isaac, he just makes dunking look easy. It has an incredible reach and quickly gets up off the floor to throw that one down.
Now here's Bledsoe. Maker kicks to Bledsoe. Chalk up 2 there. Bledsoe's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, passing is something he does very well, especially when it comes to leading his man to the right spot.
Pass to Isaac. Outside Gordon. Fournier in the corner. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Isaac misses.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Bucks leading by 8. Now Bledsoe right at the free throw line. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
How about the interior game? Eric Bledsoe with that size and that width as a point guard scoring inside.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Frank Vogel talk to his team during the break. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We've got to dial up our effort. Kevin will see if they have enough to get it done.
Thank you, David. Now, here's Vucevic. Here's Payton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Gordon. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The free throw drops for Gordon. And Gordon drops them both. Milwaukee in the lead. Bledsoe kicks to Parker. Stolen away. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
And the free throw, no good.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Maker misses. The Magic trail by 6. Feeds to Gordon. Fires the 3, and he's good on the 3 ball.
A pretty free look from three-point range. The D forgot about him on that possession.
Well, you concern yourself with the other guys who you think are going to damage you, and he stepped up and delivered that huge three-point shot.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
The feed now to Vucevic. Pass to Fournier. Payton against Bledsoe. Payton dishes to Gordon. He kicks it to Vucevic. Makes it off the glass. Vucevic has got 4 points in the quarter.
Interior D lacking, and it couldn't be at a worse time giving up that easy one.
So just an incredibly slow rotation. That is someone's responsibility and something they're going to need to discuss.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee. And the second of 2 is good. That gives them a 4-point cushion. Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Vucevic's screen on Antetokounmpo. Slammed home and they call the foul. He's headed to the stripe for one more.
I tell you what, Isaac's starting to show that clutch gene. He's not afraid and seems willing to put the team on his back.
Here's Parker and the dunk by Parker.
The former number 2 pick overall, Jabari Parker, demonstrating some real poise on that play, and that's an important bucket for the club.
Here's Isaac. Picked by Vucevic. Back to Payton. This one for 3. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
And you can sense things now starting to tighten up. Their offense has become unstoppable.
Right, big scoring run fueled by great game planning and really some great shot making. The leadership grows as Eric Bledsoe knocks down huge shots like that.
Here's Payton, and he banks in the layup. Boy, that was a big shot.
And stunned silence, guys. That's the atmosphere in here after that shot.
They set the pick to the inside and stolen by Gordon. Here's Payton to take the lead. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
You know what? His finishing ability, not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force.
Now, here's Fournier, following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo. Payton with the ball. Eric Bledsoe covering. Stolen by Middleton. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. And Orlando making a change here. Biombo's checked in. First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Well, important there to have the 3-point lead because only a 3 can tie it up now.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're trailing by 3. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What's your take, guys?
You know, you'd love to be able to clear space and get that triple, but you can also do the 2 with a quick foul.
Well, it really depends on what's available, so we'll see how the defense lines up here.
Fournier against Middleton. Fournier passes to Payton. They set the pick. Left side, Gordon. Now, here's Fournier. Count it! A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
Boy, this final period, they are putting up a ton of shots from deep.
Yeah, and making them. Once you get into this kind of rhythm with the 3 ball, it is so difficult for the defense to do anything about it.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. The score is tied at 63. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Parker. Oh, it's off the mark, and we're going to overtime. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we'll get going after this from the BMO Harris Bradley Center. And what great competition we're seeing so far. After regulation, the stalemate. And we'll see now how these two teams and these few minutes of basketball pan out.
Boys, nice time.
So the Bucks win the tip. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. And so in the game for the Magic, Hezonja is out there with Gordon. Then it's Simmons. Then there's DJ Augustine. And it's Isaac in at the 5 roaming the paint.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
Well, we talk about the D. Let's credit the offense. He attacked right there from the moment he saw the opening, not letting the defense react.
Spates checked in for Mario Hezonja. Augustine against Bledsoe. Middleton outside. Wants to get it to Antetokounmpo and does. 2 points. That one goes. And the Bucks lead by 2.
Well, so exciting to see the growth of the Greek Freak. There are shots that stars sink, and that's a momentum changer right there.
Gordon kicks to Augustine. Simmons, a screen on Middleton. Parker with the steal. And here's the fast break. And Middleton the bucket on the assist by Parker. And it's a 4-point Bucks lead.
Chris Middleton has been waiting for moments like that.
Pass to Isaac. Back to Augustine. Outside, Simmons. Dish now to Spates. And Maker sends it back. Gordon for 3. Rebounded by Maker. Maker's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Elfrid Payton, he's checked in for the Magic. Milwaukee leading by 4. Here's Bledsoe, and it comes off the front of the rim. Magic have gone 1 of 3 from the floor since the start of overtime. Here's Isaac. The Magic again can't hit.
Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
Now here's Bledsoe. He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
Bledsoe, so athletic and so explosive. He just continues to get better in a lot of areas out on the floor. A solid trip to the line there to help extend the lead.
And at a certain point, there's just nothing more you can do.
Well, they're nearing that point right now. Everything would have to go perfectly just to give them a shot.
Now here's Payton. Back to Spates. 18 feet out. Spates missing again.
Oh, you just relish those kind of opportunities. And the defense got lucky, but they need to guard that area of the floor a little bit better.
The pass to Bledsoe. Over Payton. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. And the Bucks lead by 8.
And with time becoming a factor, that may do it, guys.
Well, leads are not given. They are earned. Playing with desire and attention to detail all night.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And it's good on the assist by Parker.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
Well, you want to close the door on any type of comeback effort. This has been a vault. Ka-ching.
You're right.
And guys, overtime not nearly as competitive as regulation. They've used up all their energy just getting it to overtime.
That free throw good from Maker. And so he makes both from the line.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those freebies. And they've been a different team here in overtime. They just seem to have lost their energy.
Terry outside. They get a hand on it. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Yeah, probably didn't anticipate that this one would be that close down the wire, but give them credit. They were able to regroup in that overtime, and this win has to feel satisfying.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Eric Bledsoe. Eric, a strong performance tonight. What's been the difference?
We're getting out in transition, trying to get defensive stops, and everybody's just playing their game.
And it showed tonight, Eric. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. See you later.